Hey HCG family, it's HCGVeganChic, and I'm here with my vlcd 16-day update. So the scale finally moved. Yay! Get excited. And I know that I hate doing those little images because what always happens is I end up coming out looking weird in my end round picture, like the preview picture. I actually need to go back and redo some of those because there's one where I look crazy, and I apologize. No makeup today. Not really planning on going anywhere. Working on the final details for the Persian wedding this weekend. So I'm going to deal with that mostly. I do have to run some errands out, but I don't necessarily need to be made up or look good. I'll just look like this for the day. But anyways, I'm at 144.6, which was a 0.7 release today, and 0.4 of that was fat. And as I said, I'm not doing the PC protocol right now. I didn't take the grapefruit last night, and yesterday I ate within like 40 calories of 500. So I'm thinking that it's really important for me to make sure that I'm getting as close to 500 as possible. And as I said, I added in my fruit yesterday. So I added in half an apple because it was a really large apple, and an orange last night. I haven't had an orange in forever, and I decided I'm going to have an orange. I've been having tangerines, even though I know it's a little rogue, but they're pretty much similar in calorie count and sweetness and all that kind of stuff. So, but I went for the orange and asparagus, which is my favorite. I love asparagus. I could eat asparagus all day long. I could eat it, burnt to a crisp, which actually I was posting last night, and somebody else like, oh, I had asparagus too. I almost burnt mine. And I was like, I would eat it anyways. I love asparagus. I don't know what it is about it. But I do. And of course, there's always that funny smell it gives you when you pee afterwards, but whatever. It's still good stuff. So this morning, super excited about that. I am highly anticipating my injections coming in today. I am still doing the drops. It sucks because I have to sit here and wait for them to come in because it has a signature required. Next time I'll probably have them send it directly to one of the stores, and that way I can go pick it up at a FedEx store. If I could actually change the order, or like right now, if I could change the delivery location, which sometimes you can on like orders through FedEx, but I can't seem to find that. I'd have to call them, and it's just more hassle than it's worth. It's already like noon here almost, and I'm still sitting here. I had other plans today to get up and go out early this morning. So that is what it is. I am waiting on my injections to get here. I really want to load today and tomorrow. That would be super awesome. If I could just get them out of the way today and tomorrow, and then Saturday be back on protocol. Kind of how I'm feeling. So I was sort of hoping they were going to get here earlier in the day than later, but it's already noon, and I need to be eating soon. And if I don't eat soon, then I don't get to eat at all. So, I don't know. I think I'll wait till like 2. If they're not here by 2, then I will have to just start tomorrow, which means it has to be tomorrow and Saturday, and then Sunday I get back on protocol. Yeah, not really what I want. It's not ideal, but what are you going to do sometimes? Sorry, my neighbors are playing with their car, which means probably their 2-year-old's playing with the keys. Let's see. So, exactly, the 2-year-old's playing with the keys. Gotta be. So anyways, I am doing well otherwise, like mentally and physically, and I'm loving the changes I'm feeling in my body every day. I'm super excited about adding my fruits back in. That was awesome. I am helping a lot of people, I feel like, on Facebook. There's a couple groups that I really like, and I can do some shout outs if people want me to, but I don't want to get into that unless people are okay with it. But there's a couple different groups on Facebook that I am actively participating in, and I've been enjoying that because it's not about being a know-it-all, and it's not about like knowing the most, but it's sharing the knowledge that I have, and because I'm sharing that information, I feel like I have to keep myself to it. So it's kind of a reverse psychology kind of aspect to it. When I tell somebody else that this is what's supposed to happen and this is how you're supposed to do something, then I in turn have to do it myself. And I'm actually loving that sort of accountability because it's sort of how I work. I'm not one that likes rules, but if I'm holding myself to a standard or I'm holding other people to a standard, and yet I'm a part of that same, grouping, then I can't expect myself not to be a part of that same standard. So I'm actually kind of enjoying that aspect of it, and have been doing it. So I've been really good on protocol. I tried tea this morning instead, because I've been doing coffee, and I was really trying to get rid of coffee. And usually in the summer, I eliminate coffee from my diet. I really only have coffee in the winter, and I usually substitute with green smoothies. But of course, I can't really do green smoothies yet this morning. So I've been doing coffee, and I tried so hard to do tea this morning. I made a really nice tea, and I actually love it, but I just couldn't. I was like, I had it for 3 hours, and still it was almost as full as it was when I, pulled it out. My coffee, I at least can get down, and it's something. So maybe I need to find a substitute for coffee, or just continue on with it. I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone have suggestions when it comes to options for coffee, but yet not a tea? Because I like teas, but at the same time, it just isn't cutting it for me in the morning. I like teas in like the afternoon or right before bed, but for morning, it's not doing it. My substitute for coffee is a green smoothie, and I can't do all the fruit for my green smoothie, so that ended up being a green drink, and I don't know that I could stomach a green drink. I might, now that your taste buds are changing, because of course, as you get rid of the crap in your system, your taste buds actually learn to enjoy food. Actually, somebody mentioned in one of the forums how they used to just scarf down food and get as much of it in as possible. And now that they have such a limited amount of food that they can eat, they are actually savoring their food. They're like taking their time and really eating their food and enjoying it. And it's really true, because with an abundance of food in the gluttonous world that we live in, there's an abundance of food, and we just scarf down whatever we can get our hands on and eat as much of it as we can. But I love how Robin Woodall says, like if there was scarcity and you didn't have the option to eat as much as you wanted, and there was only a limited supply of food, would you eat till you were like, feeling overfull, or would you eat just enough to make you satisfied and save the rest of it? And, I really feel like that's kind of that concept. And I hope that I and others can continue that feeling as we continue on past the P2 phase into P3 and then P4 and the rest of our lives. Really realizing that food isn't necessarily about abundance. It's a fuel to nourish ourselves. We can go to the gas station and get as much gas as we want and pay as much as we want for it, just like we can pay just as much as we want for food. But our cars are only going to take so much gas at a time. Every single time you fill the tank, it's only going to take so much, and then if you put more in, it starts coming out. It doesn't have a way to store fat on it. So actually, it's a really good analogy for our cars and our bodies. Everyone talks about calories in, calories out, fuel in, fuel out. And we know that doesn't necessarily work that way. But at the same time, if you think about the principle of how much you are putting into something, there's only so much capacity that your body can take at a time. And so you have to stop at some point. All right, I'm at my 9-minute mark, so I'm going to say goodbye for today. HCG Vegan Chick signing off. Have a great one, guys.